Sometimes you just feel at your lowest and wish you had the power to hit a reset button to make it all stop. Imagine you could do just that. Give your life a turnaround in all areas. Amazing, right? This is why reset routines matter. In today's video, we're going to show you the secrets behind the most effective reset routines and how you could adopt them in your life today. Welcome to our channel. If you're here, we're happy you found us. And if you're a subscriber, we thank you for coming back. On our channel, we discuss how to make our lives happier and healthier. If this is something that appeals to you, be sure to like this video and stay till the end to see if our content is worth subscribing to. Without any further ado, let's get into today's topic: reset routines. There are a lot of solutions to fix those days when you find yourself too exhausted and unmotivated to get things done. When people think about routines, they imagine getting up from bed, preparing breakfast, commuting to work, returning, and repeating the same performance over and over again. It's great to create and stick to routines. In fact, having a dedicated pattern for running your day can make life a bit less stressful and help you stay productive. However, a reset routine is all about starting over and gaining a new kind of self-awareness that gets you ready to tackle things that come your way. It all begins with acknowledging you've got a lot going on and recognizing it is within your power to fix things. When you imagine what you should expect from a reset routine, think self-care. But it goes beyond knowing what helps you relax and doing it. An effective rest reset routine begins first with reflection, planning, engaging in self-care, and finally, taking action toward the set goals. It sounds too easy, and it can be. Whether you choose to reset your life monthly or weekly, the mapping is similar. Here are our best tips and hacks for your best reset routine ever. Tip number 1, reflection. What good is restarting your life if it isn't going to be any different from what it currently is? That's right, all rewarding reset routines begin with a reflection of your past and present experiences. This doesn't translate to living in the past. It simply means looking back and picking key lessons that can help you move forward. Remember to evaluate both your highs and lows, from the one peculiar accomplishment that made you smile all week to the heartbreaking feedback you got from your boss earlier in the month. Pen it all down and consider them learning foundations. Tip number 2, plan. The next step is to plan toward becoming the person you hope to be. Of course, you probably heard it from your favorite author already, how accomplishing your goals can boost your motivation. But the question remains, what goals? You need to know your goals before building focus around them. It's time to flip to the next page of your journal and make a list of specific goals and the clear systems you intend to follow to achieve them. Goals can be as little as calling your mom or deciding to take an active interest as a volunteer in your local community. Remember not to overcomplicate things by focusing on too many areas of your life at once. Pick some areas you want to give the most attention to and detail how you plan to be consistent. You can always decide on another reset routine in the future and tackle other goals. This is where you make a list of your favorite self-care activities that will help you complete your reset day routine. There is a long list of activities to pick from here, but make sure you're choosing events that light you up. Tip number 3, rest. What follows good planning when building a reset routine is creating room for rest. Writing down how you plan to relax is hardly a good place to take a pause. You need to be intentional about resetting, and that always involves relaxation. It does sound a bit counterproductive, but sometimes expanding energy is how you regain energy. Lying in bed all day and waiting for motivation is a bit like acting cranky over not getting a job, even though you haven't sent out an application. You just have to play your part, and overworking yourself with idleness does no good. Tip number 4, journal. If your mental health is what needs a reset, journaling can be the best activity you take on. Your writing skills are not even that important here. What matters is that your emotions are getting an outlet and you could feel your thoughts flow effortlessly. People are often surprised by how much emotion they let loose by writing things down. Journaling helps you gain clarity about your feelings, and then you can decide how to meet these needs. Tip number 5, take a break from what you do daily. Things like work or home chores can be overwhelming without you realizing it. For some people, work is their happy place, and it allows them to achieve the most productivity. But it's also okay if you feel differently about your job and think you need a break. Having to deal with clients and always being on the move can lead to physical and mental stress. While there might be no signals to link your work and the mental stress you feel, the fact that you're yearning for a reset is pointer enough. Tip number 6, put down that phone. Social media, fun as it often is, can also unconsciously cause you stress. If you find yourself constantly drowning in negativity and the need for comparison, it might be time to take a break from the internet. Too many people cannot trace the source of their lack of motivation when it is, in fact, too much social media ruining their productivity. Stay off social media for a complete day when you reset to see if you feel any better about yourself. Mentally note how you felt before the break and if you feel any better afterward. Tip number 7, meditate. Meditation isn't for yoga enthusiasts alone, and you will have to accept this to get any good from the act. There is so much noise in the world today, and sometimes the only way to shut it all out is by practicing being present with yourself. Meditation does not require perfection. You simply need to keep practicing it and letting yourself bask in the serenity. It also does not have to be boring or time wasting. A few minutes spent with yourself in introspection while taking deep breaths can be all you need to escape mental stress. Tip number 8, engage in a fun activity. This is another effective way to practice mental rest. Do not let anyone define fun for you. Instead, think about the kind of person you are and the things that get you excited. Be careful not to have fun in a way that isn't you because of pressure. If hanging out with friends is what keeps your spirits high, call some buddies and visit someplace cool. For some people, fun means staying in their pajamas all day and seeing movies. It is entirely up to you, as long as you're thinking about yourself first and doing what feels right. Tip number 9, sleep. You get so caught up with work and life that you forget to get enough sleep. Some people consider sleep unproductive and end up feeling guilty on days they put the alarm away. Convincing yourself that rest equals a waste of time is one negative mindset to completely get rid of. Working overtime is sometimes inevitable, but make conscious efforts to get quality sleep, especially when you feel stressed. Resting as a part of a reset routine is even more important when it is your physical health that needs the renewal. Poor health can affect you mentally, which in turn alters your positive view of life. The best way to avoid this is by paying attention to your physical health as much as you do all other aspects of your life. Tip number 10, eat right. Unhealthy eating practices, like taking frequent trips to the kitchen, may provide instant relief from stress, but only for a short while. If you struggle with undereating, overeating, snacking too much, or even skipping meals, identifying your eating patterns is a good way to begin a reset. It's human to engage in unhealthy eating habits occasionally, but what is more important is that you acknowledge that and start working on building good eating habits. Tip number 11, walk. Ever wonder why taking random walks to nowhere is a common habit among emotionally sound individuals? It is simply because walking as an exercise does so much physical and mental good to the body. Picture yourself inhaling the fresh air while walking outdoors, and you almost could feel re energized immediately. Other forms of physical exercise, like jogging and lifting weights, are also helpful when it comes to de stressing. You don't have to be too hard on yourself when exercising, or put your body through additional stress. Take a walk outdoors, listen to relaxing music, and gulp lots of water while at it. The perfect reset day and should involve simple routines. Tip number 12, tidy. Most people realize it late, but your environment affects your mental health much more than you can imagine. This is why tidying your space is often a great idea. Crafting out some time to focus on your environment and keep it in good shape can impact your stress levels positively. It's especially great for people who tie their mood to their productivity. If you are one of those who cannot function properly in a messy space, you will feel even more stressed if you attempt to practice your reset routine in a cramped space. The solution? Organize your environment as part of your routine. Your physical space is sometimes a representation of your mental state, so it deserves just as much attention. Avoid messy workplaces that slow you down and hurt your goals. Plus, the mess always builds up, so why not spend a few minutes organizing your desk? All of these seem like little tasks, but procrastination always wins if you let it. A trick is to add these tasks to your to do list no matter how small they seem. Changing your bedding, vacuuming your home, attending to the pile of unwashed clothes, or just cleaning your kitchen. These are all little tasks that can be therapeutic aside from their sanitary advantages. Taking charge of your life also means being in control of your environment, and it doesn't have to be boring. You can listen to relaxing music while cleaning rather than spend that energy feeling cranky. Did our reset tips sound like something you would like to incorporate into your routine? It's so important to approach reset routines actively. After a good reset, your routine would not be complete if you did not put the newly gained energy to good use. Do everything that needs to be done so you actually feel the fresh start happening. And don't forget, be bold enough to revise and adapt your reset routine as you go on. And remember that every small change matters. A reset routine isn't only necessary when you feel like starting your life afresh. You also need it when you feel overwhelmed or think your mind and body could benefit from being remotivated. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and share it with friends who you think deserve to experience the feeling of a fresh start. Also, let us know your favorite self-care activity for increasing self-awareness in the comments below. And if you like this type of content, you might enjoy this other video from our channel. Please remember to subscribe if you want to see more from us. Until then, we wish you a happy and healthy life.